You know, thinking about it, I don't think I've jumped in the last 2, 3 years. It's crazy. When you turn into adult, you just kind of stop jumping. My knees wouldn't handle it. I'd crumple like tinfoil. You know what's crazy? As of watching this video, I will be in credit card debt. Isn't that crazy? Only a few $100, so I should be able to get paid off by Friday. I don't know how bad interest will be. Sorry about that. I had to mute the audio real quick. Depending on how bad the interest is, it could be Thursday or Friday. I have some stocks I can sell if I need to, but I hope I won't have to. You know what's crazy? Speaking of stocks, when this whole like Bud Light boycott thing happened, I should have invested in Bud Light when stocks were down. I'm a fool because stocks are going back up because, you know, it's beer. You know, like there's certain things you can boycott effectively, like online services like Netflix and you know, the like. When it comes to boycotting stuff like Bud Light, it's just like, it's beer. It's everywhere. Like your homie who, you know, doesn't give a shit about culture where shit's like, I like Bud Light because it tastes breadier than other beers. You know, or it's blue. Could even be. There are people who, and I'm one of them. There are people who drink products because they like how it looks on the outside. You know, like Bud Light is a nice blue. Like there's probably people who like prefer Coke over Pepsi because their favorite color is red because they do taste the same. You know. Like I wear underwear that's like mostly polyester, you know, just because I like how it feels. Oh, I have grenades. Oh, flesh bag. I'm using the knife just because I felt like it. I don't really mind if it beats the shit out of me here as long as it doesn't give me corruption, just because I'm a zealot, obviously. Also, another reason I want to play zealot is because I like this knife skin too much. Like, look at it. Oh, it looks so good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, products and colors. Like I think like there are some people I know who like like cutesy animal products and like not animal products, like products that have cutesy animals on them, you know. But for me, I like a sleek look. I like something that's kind of like I like monster cans like a lot. Like I like the embossing on like the white monster especially. Because really, all monsters kind of taste the same. The white monster tastes different, but in the end of the day, it's kind of, you know, it's not that different. But I just like the white can and the embossing. Or like the Prime energy drinks are a great example. It's a nice like chromatic color of their, like red, orange, green, pink. It's like it's nice. It looks nice. So I hate minimalism, but there's like ways where minimalism is just like, oh, so good. But when it's like corporate minimalism, when it's like not colorful anymore, it's like, come on, bro. Like you can be minimalistic and not be gray. Like you know. Ooh, nearly got that, didn't get that block off. No, you don't get to run away. Come here. Come here, bitch. Come here. Come. Bitch.
Or like the peace tea one, it's like it's a peace sign holding a peach, and it's got the gay on it, and I love the gay. Big fan of the gay. But it's got like some cutesy like arts in the back, like, you know, little like I don't even know what it's called. It's like it's like roll kind of. I don't know how you describe it, but it's got like a bunch of that like repeating pattern type stuff. Looks nice. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, the dogs. I don't like that they make that noise. I'm just using the bolter for some extra damage, because obviously the knife isn't known for its massive damage. I mean, it does a lot of damage, but over time, you know? What? That'll give me help. Huh? Okay. Good to know. I'm still baffled by that. That is insane.
Too close to be good.
Yeah, I think the reason why I like this knife so much is because, like, just the design makes me think of Tanith. I know it's not silver, and also it does have, like, that sick-ass design on it. But it's I desperately want straight silver, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a straight blade, and I love straight blades. Oh, I love them so much. Now, if only it was straight silver, you know? Tanith, first and only. Fuck Triple Kid. I hope the Gaunt's Ghost models get an update soon. Simply because I want them. I think they should do like an Imperial Heroes drop where they just drop like Caiaphas Cain, new Gaunt's Ghost models, Jurgen, obviously Amberley Vale, Eisenhorn, Ravenor, Beckwin. Maybe not Beckwin. I don't know how not obscure her book is. Maybe. Oh, I had a nice like chicken and rice dish for dinner. Oh, it was so good. Loaded it with enough tapatio sauce to kill a hippopotamus, but it was delicious nonetheless. What has he got? Oh, those are probably incense burners. I was gonna say, why has he got bells on them? I'm like, no, those are probably religious in nature. But yeah, an Imperial Heroes drop where they just drop a bunch of like book character models, like Caiaphas Cain, Jurgen, Amberley Vale, updated Gaunt's Ghost models because they have aged.
even like Titus is getting a model, which is it's funny that you have to buy. Finally, you can play Warhammer 40,000 on the tabletop. It does suck that you have to buy a whole ass board game to get Captain Titus, but at the same time, Warhammer fans, you know, they'll do it. And also, like another board game's always fun, right? And you get some Tyranid models with it too, so you can't even be like, so it's a little more worth for your buck, right? It's like, oh, you're spending like however much a board game is just for Captain Titus. No, you're getting some nids. And obviously a whole ass board game, which in itself is good. Settlers of Catan is always a fun time if you have like a couple, like more than 2 friends. Well, no, you can do it with like 3 people.
They've got as much of a soul as you, maybe more.
So true. Bog could relate. He is very large. That means he has a very big soul. It's just how it works. Oh, this guy's name is Call of Duty. That's so funny. Where's my water? There it is. It's on the floor. Why is it on the floor? I get pinned down, Karen. I'm drinking water. What was I gonna say? Oh. Nope, I lost it. Oh, no, I remembered. So I was going home from work earlier. I was leaving the store. Because it was leave the store time, go home time. And there was this like group of young women. I think maybe like teenagers or young adults anyway. And they had an old lady with them. Their Mima, I assume. And they were all in like normal clothes, you know. They all kind of dressed the same a little bit, like that kind of like tight top with the jeans, you know the look. Or not tight top. That's a terrible description. Holy shit! Like half top. It's not a crop top, or I guess it's a crop top with like long sleeves kind of thing. So I guess yeah, it's a crop top. I don't know if it's got another fancy name. I want to expand my fashion bet. I don't. Fashion's expensive, and I don't know. And Target obviously isn't the best spot for fashion. At least not the fashion in my head. Anyway, where was I? But the only thing was Mima was in her jammies. She was in those like old lady jammies that like the matching top and bottom, you know? You know the ones. Because you reach a certain age where your jammies are the same jammies you wore as a toddler, but now you're like 60. And I was like, and I hope that they didn't drag Mima out of her bed to have her drive them to Target. And I hope that she's just a passenger and decided to wear her jammies. Just let Mima sleep, goddammit. Woo. Let Mima go to sleep. I do not need the ammo. Oh my god, I looked at my bolter for a second and that was almost bad. Let me get in here with super potatoes. What else did I see today? I saw a guy walking around the store with a skateboard and a tool belt pouch, and he was like kind of sketchy, but at the same time, he wasn't hurting nobody. So it was that kind of vibe where it's like this person could be sketchy, or I could just be misinterpreting it, and I definitely was, because he seemed chill. He bought some Starbucks. You can't be sketchy and buy Starbucks. That's like just a mathematical anomaly. It's like there's a certain way you could be the strongest man and like you could be the biggest dude in the room, but if you have Starbucks or a smoothie or juice it up or something and you hold it from the top, like you give it the top claw and like sip from it, you become the most comforting person in the room. You know, it's like oh, this guy's chill. He did the claw drink from the top. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's not like I'm like, oh, which gay? It's like, no, you just if you're willing to do that, you're like not threatening. I don't think, you know, because it's such like a non-threatening gesture to drink, like do the claw and take a sip from a straw from the top, or even from like, you know, just taking a sip from it. You know, I'm doing the gesture in your life as if you could see, but I assume you all know, you know, the claw. I assume you all know. Holy fire. Ouch. I love juicing up so much. I love smoothies. Oh my god, the knife. Excuse me. Oh my god. Probably didn't need the stun grenade there, but for safety's sake. Bitch. Oh, that's embarrassing. Swear to God, if I hit the invisible wall and was made to hang there, I would have lost my shit. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Fire a bolter into the crowd. It's so fun. I can be trained with an unregistered bolter. I can be trusted. I'm very trustworthy. And anyone who says otherwise is a sissy liberal. The Emperor also demands the Grimace milkshake. Dude, the Grimace milkshake memes are so funny. I mean, a lot of them are just basic, like, oh, he takes a sip, cuts, and he's like threw the shake on the ground, and it's like in a Family Guy death pose, which is funny in its own right. But some of them have gone downright like creepy. I love it. I love Gen Z's absurdist humor because it's always so good. Like it's like best way I can describe it's like backrooms, like as like SCP kind of aesthetic. I heard a clicking. What was that? Oh, it was a cat. Like the aesthetic of it is very much like CRT horror. That's the word, and I love it. It's so funny. It's so like creative. It's also like spooky. You may be a heretic, but this is a bolt shell. You know, I wrote a short story about the Tau, and originally, so TLD, it was gonna be like this Tau character was like going on a rant about like in their head how they didn't believe in gods or whatever. Like, oh, the Guela screamed the God Emperor, and even some of the Guerancha screamed praise to the God Emperor, but some of them don't. So if a god were to exist, would faith not be mantra? Blah 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 blah. And then and a Titan a Warlord Titan comes out, and it's like whoa, and it's like completely just like it's wiping the Tau army. And originally I was getting it to where like the Titan turns towards the Tau, and like the Tau in her mass moment of defiance like lifts her pulse driver and fires as she gets evaporated by a giant plasma cannon. But I was like, you know what, Tau propaganda time. And I had like a bunch of Tau firepower break through the shields, and then the AK-10 Tiger Sharks, like a few of them flew in with formation of normal ones, and like They maneuvered through the anti-air ordnance on the Titan and blasted a railgun through its head, and its death throes filled the Tau Va with a fury. And yeah, that was. And I think I'm not like a writer, but it did feel good to put on the page because when I imagine stuff like that, I imagine it like in animation form or comic form. I just don't have the talent to put it onto paper, you know. So my closest bet is to put it like type it out, and maybe one day if I get money, I can commission a small comic of it. I didn't see what the Emperor gave me an axe. Cool. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe or don't. I'm not your mother, but you better have brushed your teeth. Now have a good one. I've been pinged on Discord.